You grow up in a cramped apartment in Manila. Your father fixes old radios in a corner of the living room, soldering wires while muttering to himself. Your mother works 2 shifts at a textile factory. By the time she comes home, her hands are red and raw from the machines. Your younger brother thinks you're magic because you can make the lights blink by tapping a wire. There's never enough money, but there's always enough silence. Your father doesn't talk about the men who come to the neighborhood at night, dropping off laptops in plain black backpacks and disappearing before dawn. Nobody does. By 13, you know more about computers than your teachers. You learn coding from pirated textbooks and online forums. You spend nights tracing IPs, running scripts, and testing exploits on local networks. At first, it's just curiosity. Then it's small-time jobs, installing software, scraping data, earning 50 pesos at a time. The money buys your brother sneakers. That's reason enough. By 15, you sneak into internet cafes after school, logging into servers you shouldn't. You don't ask questions about who owns the data. You just move, extract, and vanish. By 18, you're breaking into corporate servers in Makati and Quezon City, siphoning millions through untraceable wallets. Banks, multinational companies, they don't know you exist, and that's exactly how you like it. A man named Serrano notices your work. He sends a courier with a USB stick and an envelope. The message is simple: join us, or risk disappearing from the world entirely. There's no contract, no office, no handshake, just access to the biggest underground network spanning Southeast Asia, Europe, and North America. You say yes because saying no to Serrano is a funeral with extra steps. You leave home quietly one Tuesday. Your mother doesn't cry. She just touches your hair like she's already mourning the child you were. You never look back. Serrano's organization moves product like a digital cartel. Personal data, credit scores, cryptocurrency wallets, confidential corporate blueprints. You don't run guns, you run information. And in this world, information is power. You are good at logistics the way some people are good at chess. You see every pipeline, every vulnerability, every firewall. You know which servers are patched and which are ripe for compromise. You know the risk of detection on each route. By 22, you've optimized operations to the point where losses, data intercepted, money frozen, drop from 15% to 3%. Millions are saved, billions are moved. Serrano doesn't promote you, he absorbs you. You become his shadow, his operational brain. The man who turns his orders into outcomes. By 28, Serrano is assassinated. An encrypted file sent to your inbox, no explanations. His inner circle fractures. Rival hackers vie for control. You don't claim anything. You just keep the network running while everyone else fights. When the dust settles, you're the only one who knows every node, every encryption key, every proxy, every backdoor. The surviving hackers realize you are indispensable. They don't elect you, they just stop arguing. That's how you become the boss. Not with guns, but with code, with logic, with timing. By 32, your network spans 14 countries. You have shell corporations in Panama, Switzerland, the Cayman Islands, Dubai. You employ thousands: hackers, coders, couriers, accountants, politicians, insiders, and tens of thousands indirectly. You've never been photographed. You've never been arrested. You've never raised your voice in a meeting. The FBI has a file on you 3 inches thick. They have a name. They have a legend. They don't have a face. They put out a $25 million reward. You watch the press conference on a laptop in a safe house in the mountains. You study the sketch they released. It looks nothing like you. That's fine. It's someone else's problem. The hunt changes everything. Before the list, you moved freely. Cafes, meetings, flights. You once flew through Manila International, wearing a hoodie and nobody noticed. Now you're a target worth millions. Every person you ever met is a potential risk. Trust collapses overnight. Your communications go analog. No phones, no emails. Handwritten notes on dissolvable paper. You accept the delay because delay is survivable. Interception is not. You move every 72 hours. Safe houses in abandoned buildings, mountain cabins, rooftops that don't exist on Google Maps. You sleep in different beds each night. Some nights in chairs, some nights on concrete floors, some nights not at all. You eat food prepared by a woman named Lupe, who has cooked for you for 9 years. She tastes everything first. Not because you asked, because she decided. You trust her more than any lieutenant. She carries a revolver under her apron. She is the closest thing you have to family. Your real family is gone. You sent your mother and brother to a small town under new identities years ago. You haven't seen them since. You send money through 6 intermediaries. Your mother thinks it's a government pension. Your father died of a stroke 2 years ago. You found out 3 days later through couriers. You couldn't attend the funeral. You drank tequila in a concrete room, talking to a wall. That was your goodbye. They get close twice. First, a SWAT team raided a safe house you left 4 hours prior. They find a computer running scripts and take screenshots. The news calls it the ghost hacker's workstation. You erase all habits, grind your own coffee, cook your own food, never reuse the same keyboard. Second, a helicopter hovers over a rooftop. 90 seconds to leave. You grab nothing. No laptops, no drives. You run through alleyways, climb fire escapes, disappear into the night. 2 days later, a street vendor thinks you're just another lost tourist. You pay him with a watch worth $40,000. He probably thinks it's fake. You don't care. You're alive. Paranoia becomes routine. You rotate couriers, rotate safe houses, rotate identities. You set traps, feed false information, watch who leaks. 11 former allies vanish quietly because they betrayed you. You feel nothing giving orders. You feel everything in the 3 a.m. silence when your own thoughts scream. You offer $100 million in Bitcoin to the government for clemency. They refuse. 3 months later, they announce new cybersecurity initiatives funded by seized assets, your assets. You laugh, then you stop laughing. The joke is your life. You stop eating at tables. You sleep near exits. You carry multiple passports from different countries, none under your real name. You've had minor surgery twice to alter your appearance. The face in the mirror doesn't match the memory of your own. You forget what you once were. Years pass, your empire grows, but cracks appear. Allies negotiate for their own interests. Rivals sense weakness. A cyber war starts you cannot control. Half of your orders arrive too late. A quarter are ignored. You are a king ruling from a cave, a kingdom decaying from the edges inward. 5, 7, 10 years, you lose count. Every day is the same. Wake up, move, eat, watch, sleep somewhere new. The world changes around you. Presidents come and go. Task forces are created and dissolved. Reward increases to $30 million. New sketches appear. Each looks less like you than the last. You are 47 and look 60. Your knees ache from sleeping on concrete floors. Your teeth rot. The most wanted hacker in the world can't see a dentist. You think about turning yourself in. Not every day, but some nights when the mountains are so quiet. The fantasy of a cell, a trial, a schedule, meals, and a bed that doesn't change. That fantasy feels like freedom. Stillness. Lupe dies. Heart attack. Quiet. You bury her on a hillside with no marker. She was the last person who knew you before the list. The last person who called you by your first name. Everyone else calls you patron or sir. She called you mijo. That word is buried with her. One morning, you sit on a rock in the Sierra, fog in the trees, birds singing, a river you cannot see but hear. You realize you've never noticed beauty because it required peace, and peace requires safety, and safety doesn't exist in your vocabulary anymore. You are tired. The math will catch up. It always does. Somewhere right now, a 13-year-old is coding in Manila, scraping data, dreaming of something small. That's how it always starts. And that's how you became the ghost who never sleeps.